Hey everybody, what the COVID is going on for you? I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, right? Bit crazy. And I thought it's about time I come on here and let you know what's going on for me. So, as of April 1st, I lost half of my business. Unfortunately, some of the business owners that I worked with just weren't, it's not realistic when they close their business. And so that was interesting. And I thought, okay, well, this is like a month, or so. And won't this be fun? Yay, staycation. And let's get some things done we never have time for. And that went on longer than expected. Not sure about you, but did for me. And in that time, my phone started ringing. My phone started ringing literally before April 1st, actually, from friends, family, acquaintances who were really feeling the pressure of quarantine and the extra pressure on them, their relationships, because let's face it, there is no perfect. Nope. And all of the things in our relationships that we tolerate or we make okay because we're only around each other every now and then, in a day, we're say around each other 5 hours. Well, now we're around each other 24/7, and it is enough to make you want to dig a hole, bury, and just be done. And so there was a ton of extra pressure on families, on marriages, parents, kids at home, homeschooling. Holy Hannah. Yep. Nope. Never did want to be a homeschool teacher. Sure did not. Nope. And now all of that was piling onto families, along with social isolation, just the basics of trying to go get groceries, and financial scarcity. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And so my phone started ringing a lot with calls from people looking for support to how to navigate some of this with their teens, how to navigate this with their partners. How are they supposed to do any version of self-care when there was literally no break from any of those creatures? I know we all love our children, right? And it became really evident that there was a need. There was a need. So let me take you back for a minute. 14 years ago, when I started my coaching journey, I knew wholeheartedly that I wanted to work with families. And I did. I actually started my practice working with moms, and then I started working with parents and families, partly as my practicum hours required for my relationship coaching. And I absolutely loved that work. It is where my heart is at. I grew up in a family with dysfunctional parent relationships. It was a source of enormous sadness and pain for me that required years and years of healing. And no, my parents are not evil. No, it was very difficult for them. It was very difficult for me. I acted out in all kinds of ways. I pushed all of their buttons. I was terrible. I didn't know how to say what I needed to say. And it just went not well for a lot of reasons. And I saw the life that I was creating repeating negative patterns, even though I knew I didn't want that. I didn't know how to make it be different. And I was a smiling, smart, sassy gal on the outside, and I was a frantic, fearful, angry, hot mess on the inside. And I know personally the pain that created in my life and what it took to undo a lot of that, and how when we have discord at a family level, we perpetuate that, even though we don't mean to, and even though no one is ill-intended, and we're just doing our best. We perpetuate that. And so when we can get it right at a family level, which does not mean being BFFs, but when we can get it right at a family level, we literally can change the world. I fundamentally believe that. And that is why I'm so passionate about working with families. Okay, back into the story, I'm working with families, and usually one of the couples I'm working with, one of the partners, would say, listen, can you come and bring these same results at my workplace? Our culture is a bit messed up and we need some help. And at the time, I'm just starting my business, so I'm thinking, yee, more work. That's awesome. I get to do what I love. And it started to happen more and more progressively until, voila, I was working full-time with corporate culture, helping them to understand the human dynamic and remove toxicity from the culture so they could attract the right people, retain the right people, and achieve things that they never even imagined was possible. And I didn't like it. I mean, I loved it because I got to feel important. It fed my ego, and I got to go to cool and amazing places and events, and I got to be around bigwigs and cool and amazing people. So I felt smart, and I felt important, and I felt like I mattered. And I knew the work I was doing was helping. It was making an impact, and that mattered to me. But ultimately, I never cared about business. I learned a ton, for the most part, being the only woman in some billion-dollar boardrooms making some very consequential decisions. I learned a lot. So I could talk about business, but it didn't matter in my heart. Because in my heart, I know that business only works when relationships work. So no matter what the industry, no matter what the economy, no matter what the challenge the business was facing, it always came back to relationships. And the same is true for families. So this whole quarantine COVID experience for me has been an incredible journey back to my heart, where I realized as quarantine was going on and I lost half my business and my phone was ringing, it was like a divine sort of thwack between the eyes, saying, Ali, it's now. You've got to come back now. And I am so incredibly grateful for this opportunity. It's a bit of an opportunity in sandpaper, as my friend Sherry would say, because it's been really hard too. It's been really hard. I love working with families, and I tried to pivot as fast as I could, and I've created a private group and doing lots of training videos based on the calls that I was getting and the questions I was having. And I know that part is right, but I'll tell you what, I realize why I stayed in business coaching. And P.S., I'm not a business coach. I've never taken a single business course in my entire life. Not one. I am smart, and I pick up fast. So I know how to do the dance, but it's not mine. So, even in January, before all this came about, I started telling people, look, you know what? Stop calling me a business coach. I'm actually a business coach, or I'm a relationship coach, and I moonlight as a business coach. I am a certified relationship systems coach. I'm a certified life coach. That's my jam. And, I realized why I stayed a business coach for as long as I did, because I was so incredibly fortunate because I could help people create the results that they wanted, that my business ran purely on referrals. Yeah, I had a website. Never really loved it. No shocker. It wasn't in alignment with my heart. I never really loved it. And you know what? I didn't have to know how to make it work for me, because I was able to I was blessed to have a business that ran based on referrals, and I knew how to do that. Even though it wasn't where my heart was, I knew how to do it. So I did what I knew, because out of survival, it helped pay the bills and it got the work done. And I never really loved it. I deeply love the people. I deeply love and care about the people. But business, nah. Relationships is where my heart is at. And now that I'm pivoting my business, so you've probably noticed things look a little bit different around my pages and my social media posts and just stuff like that. Man, it's pushing all my buttons, because I'm having to learn to do the stuff that I didn't have to learn to do before. I didn't have to know before how to make social media truly work for me, to help get my message out, how to get what is in here out to you in a way that you understand, in a way that works for you. I didn't have to get how to make a website work. I didn't have to understand all the back-end software. I didn't have to understand marketing. I'd never done any marketing at all, none. And I would be kidding you to say that there isn't a good number of days where I literally just break down in tears because I'm so frustrated with software not working, or I can't figure out how to write something that I need written. Timelines like getting my new website out, alipayne.com. Feel free to check it out. Extra points if you find any mistakes. Tell me now. And getting this program that I've put together, I've been running in beta form for parents and families, called Finding Our Way. Just getting things going as fast as I can, but trying to figure it out and do it right the first time. And that has been extremely challenging. It's extremely challenging. So I'm really grateful for what the COVID has gone on for me. And I wanted to share with you because I think it's really important that just to keep it real. Keep it real. That's what I got going on for me. I would love to know what the COVID has gone on for you. Where are you at in your life? Did things change? I know a lot of people, things changed. I know a lot of people that things stayed the same. And it's business as usual. I would really love to hear how it's going for you. And I want to thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking my posts. Thank you for commenting, for sharing. And if you think there's anything really important that I want, not if you think, all of that parenting stuff, if you want whatever you want me to know, comment or send me a private message, send me an email. I would love to know it. I've been making some TikToks and some Instagram videos, and some of them are taken off pretty crazy. I'm putting words to my passion around getting family right. Not perfect, but getting family right. And it's apparently striking some nerves. So what, as a parent, do you want words to? What do you struggle with? What do you wish your teens understood? What do you wish they knew? And for teens, what do you wish your parents knew? What do you wish your siblings knew? What do you wish your friends knew? Because family dynamics are hard. They're hard enough, so I don't think there's any pretending anymore to be the PTA president who's perfect and got it all together, because Bad Moms, the movie, already proved that, if it wasn't already real. Let me know, and I will absolutely do my best to put some words to it to help support you, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's not you. Maybe things have gotten really good for your family with this whole quarantine thing. I know people where this has been really great for them as well, and it hasn't been an increase of source of pressure or stress. So share this with a friend. Ask them and let me know. I want desperately to serve. I want to help families to get into healthy, happy relationships, to close the gap for families, to have better conversations that are built on trust, respect, joy, and connection. Thanks everybody for listening. Be well, stay connected. Bye-bye.